What is child abuse? Children of all ages do things that make parents feel angry and frustrated. But it is important to make sure this anger doesn't result in hurting a child. The laws about raising children in Australia are made to protect children from abuse from their parents. These laws are not targeted at refugee families only. Each year in Australia, many children are hurt, often seriously, in some way by their parents. This is a problem throughout Australian society and is called child abuse. Australia supports a United Nations agreement that children are protected from all forms of abuse. Abuse may be sexual, physical, and emotional. Sexual abuse is when an adult involves a child under the age of 16 in any sexual activity at all. This is a crime in Australia. Physical abuse is when parents use excessive physical punishment with their child. This is when parents hit or beat a child with a fist, stick, belt, or other object. Physical abuse could also be burning with a cigarette, trying to strangle or roughly shaking a child. People sometimes confuse discipline with physical punishment, but they really are quite different. Discipline is about teaching children how to control and change their behavior. It builds responsibility by encouraging children to think for themselves. Physical punishment is trying to change the behavior of a child by causing them pain. It does not change behavior in the long term. Hitting teaches children that violence is an acceptable way to solve problems. Another kind of abuse is psychological or emotional abuse. This is when a parent does or says something many times that affects the confidence and self-esteem of a child. Threatening a child, saying negative things all the time, or not showing love and care could be seen as emotional abuse. Also, if a child witnesses domestic violence in the home, this may be emotional abuse. Neglect is when a parent fails to provide a child with the basic things needed for growth and development, such as food, education, hygiene, and supervision. If you hurt your child in these ways, the Department of Communities Child Safety Services may contact you, your child, or your child's school to find out if your child is safe. Some parents wonder why the government intervenes in family affairs in Australia. It is the law that the government becomes involved if somebody reports their worries about a child being hurt by their parents. Research shows that children who have been abused by their parents may have more difficulty with schoolwork, self-control, self-image, and making friends. They may also act more disobedient and aggressive. There are many other ways to discipline your children positively that don't involve hitting, shouting, or intimidating. Some of these ways include more talking, understanding, and negotiating. Remember, parenting is difficult and you may need to ask for some help when you don't have your large family nearby. There are some organizations providing different parenting programs to help you to gain extra skills in managing yourself and your family. All children deserve a safe, healthy, and happy childhood.